Hey guys, Bob Hertzog. Just wanted to check in with you today. Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving and everyone's getting ready for the upcoming Christmas holiday. Of course, I haven't started any of my shopping yet, but what else is new? Hey, just wanted to share something with you today. We've got here in Arizona, we've got something that's happening more and more often that I wanted to bring to your attention and ways to protect yourself from it. Basically, deed fraud. You may have heard of it lately in the news. You'll hear ads on TV or on the radio a lot for, title lock or, protect your property and that sort of thing, where they charge a pretty hefty subscription fee to do something that you can do for on your own, because Maricopa County recently launched something called Maricopa Title Alert, okay, that allows you to go in and I'll show you here in a second. It's really easy and the link will be below, but basically you're going in and you're giving them your email address and any names that you might own property in here in Maricopa County. And what happens is it's kind of like a Google alert. If anyone ever does try to record something against your property, you will be notified immediately by email. So what these shysters are doing typically, it tends to happen more with vacant land or vacant homes. They don't want anyone living there for obvious reasons. But vacant land seems to be a big target, especially vacant land parcels that are kind of out in the suburbs. And the other thing they're looking for is out-of-state sellers or property owners, people that own that property that live in another state. Again, makes it easier for their scam. And here's how it works. There are literally hundreds of services out there that you can go to right now and say, okay, I want to know the names and addresses of every property owner of vacant land in Maricopa County that lives out of state, okay, that gets their tax bill, so to speak, delivered to them out of state. So what these shysters will do is they will find that person's name. They will call a real estate agent. Let's say that you live in Chicago and you have a 5-acre parcel in Arizona that's been in your family forever, and Joe Smith owns it. They'll call a real estate agent and say, hey, this is Joe Smith. I own this parcel. This is my address. I live in Chicago, Illinois. Obviously the address, contact information, everything's in the tax records. And I'd like for you to list it for sale. I want to sell it quickly. I don't want to mess around and put a high price on it. Typically these are all red flags that we're looking for as agents, but they will then list the property for sale. Okay, typically a listing agent won't ask to see ID. Okay, if someone that wants them to list their property, your typical agent is just excited to get a listing. So the fraudster will give an email address for them to send the listing agreement to them. They usually will say, I'm in Chicago, as you can see from the tax records. So just email me the listing agreement. I'll sign it and we'll put it on the market. I'll pay you, 5% commission or whatever. They just make it to where you almost can't resist it as an agent. Agent puts the property up for sale. Fraudster, as soon as he knows he's got a live one, goes out and makes we've heard stories. They can go out and get a driver's license made with their picture on it and that person's name. The title company, you go under contract on the thing. Title company sends a notary to the person's home in Chicago or wherever this person is. Person signs the document, shows the ID, the fake ID, and gives wiring instructions for where the funds go when it closes. Deal closes, and buyer gets his property, agents get paid their commission, title gets paid their fees, and Joe Smith just lost his property and doesn't even know it. So that's a very typical scenario, and it's not just vacant land, guys. There was I'm not going to mention the company, but one of the iBuyers, okay, what we call iBuyers, the folks that offer you cash for your home and close it in 2 weeks and that sort of thing. Just in the last year or so, there was a person who'd passed away, and one of these fraudsters found out that he'd passed away. So he called one of the iBuyers and said, I want to sell my house. I don't want to list it with an agent. This is the address, and what will you give me for it? Again, that person went out, got a fake identity theft basically, and literally sold this house to one of these iBuyers. They closed on it. It was a sad deal because there were a lot of personal belongings and such in the home that belonged to this deceased person. The kids found out about it, but it was after the fact. The home had already been sold to the iBuyer. The iBuyer had gone in and cleaned everything out, sent everything to the dump, and all kinds of personal mementos, pictures, personal records, everything you could think of was tossed in the trash. And they had to unwind this thing, and basically they did catch the guy in that case. But my point in telling you this, it's not just vacant land. It tends to happen more frequently with vacant land, but there are ways they can do it with homes also. So long story short, I'm just going to show you guys real quick. There's a link at the bottom. This takes 5 minutes to do it. And once you get there, this is what the website will look like, Maricopa Title Alert. It's really easy. You just go in, you enter your email address, whether it's an individual or a business, okay? When Kim and I did this, my wife and I, when I did it for us, I used my email address, and then I put our first and last names, obviously, for both of us, because we do own property, our home and everything else together. And then I've got a couple of other properties that I own in LLCs that are vacant land, actually. So you can actually go in and put business, and if you hit business, it'll open up a different screen here where it'll show you business name. So what I would suggest you do is put your legal names that your property's in, but also put any nicknames you have. Like mine, all my properties that I own personally are under Robert Hertzog, or my wife Kimberly. But like I went in and I put Bob, because that's what I go by, Kim, that sort of thing. And then any businesses, LLCs you might have, and then you simply hit sign up. It literally takes 5 minutes to do this, guys. It's not foolproof, okay, but it's just one more thing that's out there for you. Now, the other interesting thing is in June of 2023, I believe it was, we had a senator introduce a bill that the governor signed that's going to, that basically said all counties in Arizona must implement a system like this. So if you own a second home in another county here in Arizona, go to that county website and see if they've implemented this yet, or you can call them and ask them if they're planning on it or when they're doing it. So anyway, the link is here, is here in the email, or if you're seeing this on my Facebook page or on YouTube, I'll put it in the comments. Simply click on it. It literally takes 5 minutes. So anyway, I hope that helps. I thought it was really interesting, and it's a great little service that Maricopa County is offering. So I hope that you guys can use that. And as always, if you have any questions or comments or anything else, give me a holler. Hope you're all doing well. Take care.